my god. This is the unrandomized version? It looks so tame. Jeez. Alright, let's run the thingy. Done. Alright, so all of my approaches weren't working before. Should I try reorienting a bit? The whole thing? Yes, it wasn't symmetrical or anything. What if plus sign here, T here, square here? Here? If the plus sign was here, I probably wouldn't have to draw a line behind it. Make that part work. So there's the plus sign. Here's the T. So like there's the full plus sign. Then if I need the square to be here, the issue is I can't finish drawing plus, because then I can't leave. Can this be altered to fix that problem? Or something? I mean, that was basically just a random orientation of stuff, so let's just try a different random orientation of stuff. That's the square and the T together. But I can't fit the plus sign on the edge of that. It'd have to be its own separate shape. And I can't go behind here to draw it. Square here, T here. Then that back there can't be drawn. Blah. Let's maybe look at one of the other ones. These ones are kind of fucked, aren't they? So this can face any direction. But I also need to be able to separate all the black and white. That shape is shaped like this from this angle. Oh, that's still not separated. And this pip being behind the wall makes it really hard to... yeah. Because you can't go draw a different shape, because it has to be shaped like the Tetris pieces. Although once they're connected, you can draw them at completely different configurations. They just have to be connected and touch both shapes. This is where having so many different options can get kind of messy. Like, I think this is one of the options for that shape. It seems because you're surrounded by black pieces and white pieces, like these white pieces are kind of surrounded by black pieces, it feels like the shape you're going to draw needs to contain both of these white pieces, which is why I defaulted to this idea. And it doesn't touch, it doesn't cross the staircase tile, but it's touching it, so now the staircase is part of the shape. You can't really get away from that. Is how I ended up with this. That's a sound. The problem is that this touches the corner of the white one, so I can't draw a line that isolates it. I've already touched both the black and white squares, so I can't, like, lasso them to separate them. Am I getting all stuck again? This is both shapes together? It is, but we're not touching the right symbol, so it can't be connected. Man. I can't put this here and face it upward, because then this can't be put in a space where it would touch this, because it would be like this, because that one can't rotate. And that's the only real way to be able to draw a shape that connects the post. So mostly you just can't use the post. Like, I can draw this, because it has to touch the back wall. I can't draw behind the post. So you either draw a shape that connects all the way back to the wall behind the post, or you don't use the post at all. Which means that the square with the post on it and the ones behind it are just off limits. But there are options of which way you face. But I can't draw these separately. Like, you can't draw like this and then also add the staircase to contain the separate pieces. When Tetris pieces are connected, you pretty much have to draw them as one continuous blob. Because of how having one continuous line works. Man. These are getting tough because there's so many options. You have all the problems with Tetris in the first place that drive me crazy, and now you also deal with the fact that there's this post that you have to figure out what direction to even deal with it in. All right, well these ones don't have Tetris. That one does. This one is just put them in pairs while also separating the other colors. I think you pretty much have to carve out the black pieces. So that's 2 and the black. And that's 2 and those black. Is there a white back there? Yeah, there is. Easy. Fucking Tetris? Everything Tetris involved is just so much harder than everything else. Man. And now they're back. Let's mix every mechanic now. Ah, fuck, man. So that's how you draw those two shapes together, and that does do the 2 black. There's nothing behind this post, nothing behind this post. That's the 2 black. Two black again. But I should nab up 2 white while I'm at it. Oh my god, these 2 are so easy. What is this supposed to be the starting side? And then I go that way? Those 2 are super hard, and these 2 are super easy. I don't know, it's the randomizer. The randomizer is just super weird. Uh-oh. This is where I think it is. No, this whole place is just kind of crazy. Not gonna lie, might hit a point where I can't even tell where all the puzzles are I haven't solved yet, because they don't have a continuity to them anymore. I also might just eventually give up again and be like, well, that was the randomizer, guys. I gave it a good go, but holy shit. Some of these are ruining my brain. I thought there was a I really feel like I associate an audio log with this location, but maybe I don't. Hello. I have not done one of those. I think it's the first one since I came back. They're probably around. But these are brain breaky. This really is the completionism, do it for your own sake part of the game too. Oh my god. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. One, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2. One, 2, 3. 1. Is that the only exit? Shit. About to block it. What can be maddening about these is also the fact that you, if you fuck it up, you can't tell where it's wrong. Maybe I can wrap around now? So 1, 2, should have gone that way. I should have juked. Alright, let's just start over. And hope I can recreate the premise. Do. So that guy's at 2 now, and now you're at 2, and then you're at 1. Ta-da! Something's opening. No, is that it? Ugh. The terror of doing the challenge again. God, this is a weird color scheme, isn't it? Oh, right, because you can pair any of the symbols with the... So the Tetris pieces don't care about the stars, but every single one of the stars can be paired with each other or a Tetris piece, but they have to be in pairs. I'm really getting tired of Tetris pieces, guys. I gotta be honest, like... They're not my favorite mechanic. I don't like sliding them around and checking for combinations of how they could fit together over and over and over again for the entire game, and I feel like that's what the randomizer is doing to me. It's... I kind of find them annoying compared to almost every other mechanic. So they're kind of pissing me off. My kind of overall take on the randomizer is like, that's neat. That's neat you could do that. It's clearly worse than the original game in a lot of ways. The original game had more sensical, like, aha moments and through lines, and wasn't, like, Elden Ringing it up a bit. Let's see. Like, this feels like an obvious pair to make with these two, except for the fact that I'm all the way over here, so it seems kind of hard to actually make that shape. Because of the corner I start in. You can do these 3 to make that shape, and then this plus sign to make, or this T to make this shape, but then the touches this guy, which means he can't be here. He'd have to be like all the way up here or something. But that doesn't matter because it's like you can't draw the 3 and the T in a way that separates these two stars. He doesn't like that. Right, because every single one of them also has to be in a shape that only contains... Man, okay. Fuck, this one seems complicated, actually. So each star can only be in a shape that contains one other green, right? So that means that each star also can't be in any kind of, like, Tetris amalgam, but also that's like how you get through Tetris levels, is you combine the shapes. I almost wonder if I can separate these off entirely on one side. I'm trying to think of a shape that involves maybe moving this guy all the way up here. I was just thinking, like, I can move this guy, like, here-ish. Like, there's some configurations you can do that don't touch these, because they seem kind of hard to incorporate. Because it seems almost inevitable you're going to have to make at least 3 or 4 of these shapes combine, and that means the stars can't be in the shape. problem is that most of these shapes can't be placed in a location where they'd be able to touch this without touching this. This is 3 tall, 3 tall, 3 tall. Oh, the top right one can L past it. I think you do this guy alone. There it is. Okay. Got it. So that's the L on the left, the 3 on the middle, and then the T on the right. And then as I first glanced at, that did become the opening shape for that part, because you need to separate these from these, because you can't have 3 stars, and that meant a star had to be with some Tetris shape somewhere, because otherwise, like, you know, it can't be in the amalgam, but you had to go somewhere, just be separated. This is the challenge. Fuck you. Oh, this is the reward of the challenge at the end. Oh, I'm haunted by this space. This level's a nightmare. Yep. Ah. Yep, you turn it on. It plays Hall of the Mountain King. Hello. Oh, that's the timer, right? Yeah, you turn it on, and it plays... There's probably a reflection puzzle, maybe? It plays Hall of the Mountain King. Gotta solve these puzzles? I don't remember what those ones were, but this was a maze, and you had to memorize the solution to this maze puzzle. Then you had to go in this room, and there's puzzles in different parts of this room, but only some of them are possible. So you have to find the one that's possible and solve that one. The other ones are literally impossible puzzles. Fuck you. So I think something similar was happening here. And then now you had to go through here, and you had to find, like, triangle puzzles to solve, but also the floor was the maze puzzle from the previous room, so you can only navigate it by being the line yourself. And the icons in that, the icons in the previous puzzle are the locations of the puzzles you gotta solve in these windows. So you gotta memorize where they were, because otherwise you'd have to, like, check them all manually the whole time. And then if you can do all that, then the door will be open, and you can solve the goddamn challenge. I can't do that to myself again. Can't do that to myself again, man. That was a nightmare. I already did it once. Watch that. I earned that. It's not new content. I don't need to do it. Elevator? Easy. Oh, this is the shortcut door. I was thinking about the shortcut door. Like, I was pretty sure there was a... I just never solved the puzzle on the other side of this one. I was sure there was a shortcut door to get in here. I was even half misremembering it as being the way you get in here. I guess I should investigate that locked door. I must have just never walked up to it. Okay. Go all the way around. And there should be a door here, maybe? What? I think that's a different shortcut exit. Maybe. How thick are these bushes? This is probably it. What? Oh, there was a path there the whole time. Where is this? It seems not especially useful because I guess it just points you back at some part of the Tetris puzzle area. Huh. That area is actually kind of annoying to navigate, so I actually don't know exactly how you'd get there, but it might have to do with going back to the other thing. I guess this counts as a puzzle. There you go. That version of it keeps it up here. I guess this also counts as a puzzle. Ta-da! Those probably I think those count towards your total the first time you solve them. Another exit. Oh, was this the door I just saw a minute ago, I think? Okay. This looks fucking weird. So I guess the stars and the triangles now, you have to solve the triangles and stars rules, but you also have to isolate the stars from the triangles that they don't get along with. So I want to separate those, but also you have to be solved like this, or like this. Which means that blue star is not matching up with you because you get isolated by the very method of solving you. That does correctly solve both of the arrows on that side while grouping up the symbols. Ah. There we go. Looked a bit harder a minute ago than it was a minute later. But yeah, this is more or less the find your own fun part of the witness. Go solve these puzzles because they're there, which is almost like them calling you out on the idea that it's like that's what you were. It's the real reason you were here all along, wasn't it? You just wanted to solve the puzzles because they existed. Why do you need incentive? Encouragement? There's puzzles. Don't you want puzzles? Oh, I figured there was more than it looked like there was. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Almost. There we go. We can group these guys with each other, but we just need to make sure we can exit there while also hitting every single line. Oh. There we go. 2, 2, 2, 2. These are fun. See? Isn't it nice when the fucking Tetris blocks are gone? No! I'm so tired of these. I don't like them. Alright. So it's like this is the size of it. If we go from the corner. Looks like that. The big messy shape. So it is shaped in a way where you don't have to cut into it. So the problem here is that, like I've said before, these shapes tend to be like an amalgam. You usually end up having to draw like the whole thing at once. But that leaves gaps in the inside. That you don't want to deal with. I don't... This feels impossible pretty quickly. But of course, like, you know, it's a puzzle game. That's not how things works. And so on, but, geez. It feels like it should be possible to draw shapes this close together without having a giant problem. Not to mention just the act of trying to draw these crazy shapes often backs you into a corner where you just can't seem to even finish drawing. Like, a decent approach might be just to try to think of, like, where on the screen can I even draw this fucked up shape in the first place? The act of trying to draw it makes it pretty hard to get out. Like, legit, like, how do you even draw the one weird shape, let alone draw all three shapes and hit every pip? Like, where can I draw that? Always gonna touch a wall. I swear this puzzle's impossible, which of course it isn't, but I just swear it's impossible. It just doesn't make sense to me that you could ever draw those shapes, because of how drawing shapes works. How the fuck do you do that? This one's weird. What? So I figure that you can't have a 2x2 box because that leaves an inside pip that you don't get. So this -1 has to apply to the box. But which part of the box? Oh, this corner. There we go. That one's relatively easy. You can... If you can turn it into stripes, you can draw each layer. The issue is I don't know if I can turn this one into stripes. Kind of tried. It's such a big shape that I can't get out to do something else. But like if I do, like, ta-da! Here's how I would combine the 3 shapes together into one shape. But that ignores the entire pip rule. Also, I can't even do the ones out here, like... Congratulations, you solved the Tetris part, and that's it. Only that part. Seems nuts to me. That's the 3, the 2, and the blob. This says rude. Rude? First try, let's go. Hey! Just being extremely zigzaggy. Maybe I'll get it. Nope. Alright, where are they? Are there any? There's no. Okay, there's none on this side. This top area. Misclicking a bit. Yeah. Those are easy to get. This is getting heavy into memorization. YOLO. No. Swear to God. It's just hard to remember the entire thing. This sucks. This sucks so much. God damn it. Every time I think I have a path, I forget it again. 2... Elizabeth... I want the blinking without the line in the way. Nah, nah. Nah, nah. Fuck. Okay, there we go. Oof. Here we fucking go! I'm just going for maximum coverage. So hard to remember. I think I have to cheat at this point. I don't think I'm gonna be able to remember in order to solve it. Let's see. What I can do is I can screenshot that. Put that on my second monitor. Then I can at least see the little fuckers? Okay. There is one right here, right before the exit. And there's another one down here. This one hits all of them except for one that is right here. I mean, I need to try to swirl in and... It's just dangerously close to the other exit. I swear to God. Let me out. I can't process it. I can't. Two separate parallel lines have to hit all those dots. And the exits are so strangely located. And cut across. This is missing one? Yeah. So the missing one... would require me to cut across here? That leaves one down there. And... it's in the middle there? Isn't there also one on the outside of that spot? It's here. So it's like... I can't fucking keep it all in my head at once. It's just too much. The two parallel fucking lines. Alright. What am I missing? It's there. That one's there. It's just the one on the left again. How do I get the left one on the left without losing the one on the right? Like this? Because it also has to go out more. Wow, that's really symmetrical and pleasing. Is that really going to be the solution? That one's there, that one's there. No. Because sticking this one out, there's one here and there's one here? But there's also, wait, is that it? Ah! Ah! Also, that's symmetrical and pleasing is a pointless thing to say when they're all symmetrical, but, you know. Ooh! Fuck that hallway. Maybe that'll make sense tomorrow or something. Maybe that'll make sense tomorrow.